At one point, I was told I should make an audiobook, so I decided I will go back to my old hobby, and that will be making creepypasta stories. By stories, I mean reading them, of course. Okay, so what I've got here, I've been trawling the suggested reading form just to get us back into swing, guys. Ooh, exciting. And I found normal porn for normal people. Hmm, that's cool. Okay, so we'll start reading. Everybody knows that if you surf the web long enough, you'll see some pretty sick stuff. This is especially true if you intentionally dwell into the dark underbelly of the internet. I've seen quite a few things I don't care to admit to, but one thing that I'll always remember is a site called normalpornfornormalpeople.com. The first strange thing about the site was that I didn't find it by actually looking for it. It was actually emailed to me by someone I didn't know. The email was as follows. Hi there. I found this site. It's very nice. Thought you might like. Normalpornfornormalpeople.com. Pass it on for the good of mankind. Pretty standard issue chain letter. Although the URL and the last remark really piqued my curiosity. I was having a very boring day when I got this, so I made sure my antivirus was working, and then I clicked on it. It was very average, very generic site. It gave the impression even that the creators just barely gave a damn about making it look professional. It also seemed to have a very tenuous grasp on English. And on the front page, it was a long, boring, and incoherent rant that I don't remember or have saved. The site had a very strange tagline, which even today people haven't figured out the meaning of, which was normal porn for normal people, a website dedicated to the eradication of abnormal sexuality. And from the sound of that, I wasn't sure whether I was here to watch porn or if I had stumbled onto some kind of eugenics program. But I was here now, and I was very, very curious to see what normal porn people get their rocks off to. So I scrolled down through the rant, and nothing. The page didn't seem to link to anywhere else. I was about to leave when I noticed every word of the rant was its own hyperlink. So I clicked one of them, and I was sent to a white page with a very long list of links in the form of normal people, normal porn, and normalpeople.com/random letters. So I stopped for a minute and I asked myself, if I really wanted to waste God knows how much time clicking random links that will likely give me a virus that will raid my computer, I figured I'd just try for maybe 5 minutes just to see if anything came up. Clicked one of the links and was sent to another page. This page apparently had totally different URLs to the last one. Just about to say, screw this, when I clicked on the third link, a video download came up. It was called peanut.avi. It was a 30-minute video of a man, a woman, and a dog in a kitchen. The woman would make a peanut butter sandwich, and the man would set it down for the dog to eat. This was all that happened for 30 minutes. It was obvious that the cameraman had to stop filming and wait until the dog was ready to eat again. The dog seemed rather sick by the end of it. I know what you're thinking. What the hell does this have to do with porn? I've no clue. Seen little over 24 videos from the site. The majority had no sexuality at all. After watching peanut.avi, I went on to a certain image board I frequent to play online shows and tell. Like I always do with weird stuff like this, but someone had already made a thread about it. Some guy who had received the same chain that I did. The image board thread got lots of people with nothing better to do to dig through the site. And that's how I saw the other videos. Most of those 2 dozen videos were very uneventful and consisted of people talking To the cameraman, in a room with nothing in it but a desk and a few chairs, it meant literally nothing on the walls, or in terms of furniture. The whole room had a very cold, sterile feel to it. Conversations were just idle banter about previous jobs or embarrassing childhood moments. I kept expecting some kind of discussion about whether the people were filming, what the site was about, but of course, nothing. You would never know these videos had anything to do with porn if you saw it out of context. I will say one thing though. The people who appeared in these videos were quite attractive. However, the other videos that I actually did feature content, which I suppose could be called sexual, is where things got real weird. I give brief descriptions of the stranger videos. If you're really eaten up with curiosity, you can try to hunt them down on a torrent site. LickedClean.avi, a 10-minute video filmed by a hidden camera in which we see a repairman working on a washing machine for the first 2 minutes. When it's fixed, the repairman talks to the owner briefly, then he leaves. The owner checks to make sure the repairman is gone, and then begins to look all over the top of the washing machine. This goes on for 7 minutes. Number 2, Jimbo.avi. 5-minute video of an obese mime performing his act. It was actually pretty funny, particularly one where he pretends to pull up a chair. He pretends that it breaks because of his weight. The last 30 seconds of the video, the camera cuts to a static briefly, then cuts back to the man sobbing quietly, still wearing mime outfit and makeup. Some kind of obscure fetish. Diana.avi, a 4-minute video in which the cameraman talks to a woman in a room different from the interview room. This room looks like one you'd find in a normal person's house. Exactly where they are is never specified, as Diana only talks about her violin playing. She obviously plays a violin, but she keeps getting distracted by something. I didn't notice this until someone on the image boards thread pointed it out. But if you look at the mirror in the background, you can see a fat man in a chicken mask masturbating. Jessica.avi, another 4-minute cameraman video. This time he's outside a house talking to another young woman. They talk about canoe rides. The cameraman zooms out to reveal the city streets behind them occasionally. The strange thing is, no one so far has been able to identify where the street is. Guesses have ranged from Europe to Australia to the Philippines, but there's yet to be a match for the street shown in the video. Tongue-tied.avi. This is a 10-minute video. The first 5 minutes consist of an elderly woman making out with a mannequin. Video cuts out like it did in Jimbo.avi halfway through. The scene is now a group of mannequins huddled together in a circle around the camera. The lights have dimmed and the elderly woman is nowhere to be seen. From this point on, there is no sound. Stumps.avi, 5-minute long video where a man with no legs is attempting to break dance on a DDR mat in what looks like the kitchen from Peanut.avi. Much dirtier. There's a radio playing music unseen in the background. Stops the 4-minute mark where the man collapses on the mat in exhaustion. He breathes heavily and pleads with someone off-screen to let him rest. The off-screen person becomes terrifyingly enraged and yells at him to keep dancing, which he does. You can hear this off-screen person beginning to scream as the video ends abruptly. Privacy.avi. The woman from Diana.avi is masturbating on a mattress in the interview room, while a man from Stumps.avi walks around on his hands while wearing some kind of goblin mask. The door in this room is always closed in other videos. Now it's open. In this video, the only light is in the room, and the hallway is dark near the end of the video. You can see an animal quickly run through the hallway. Finally, the last video we uncovered. Useless.avi. In this 18-minute video, a blonde woman from one of the previous interview videos is tied down to a mattress in the interview room. She attempts to scream, but her mouth is taped over. After 7 minutes, a man in a black suit and mask opens the door, but he does not enter. He holds the door open for the animal, that was running in the hall in the previous video. It was revealed to be an adult chimpanzee. Its hair shaved and its entire body painted red. It seemed to be starved and then abused, with several wounds along its shoulders and back. When the chimp enters the room, the masked man closes the door behind it. The chimpanzee sniffs the air for a moment. May have been blind, and notices the woman tied to the mattress, goes on into a frenzy, and begins to maul her. The assault goes on for a grueling 7 minutes until the woman finally dies. The chimp eats flesh from her corpse for 4 minutes as the video ends. The thread exploded with activity after this video was uncovered, and people discussed it long into the night. When I came back to the image board the next day, found the thread was deleted. Tried to start another one, and they banned me. Tried emailing the guy who sent me the chain letter, site's URL. Sent him 5 messages, never got a response. I've tried to discuss this website on various places, and I got banned frequently. The site itself was deleted about 3 days after useless.avi was uncovered, likely because somebody contacted the authorities about it. The only proof that normal people.com ever existed was a few screen caps people took of it, and videos from the site that got saved and uploaded on torrents, the most popular of which being useless.avi, which found its way onto a few gore sites. Wherever you upload them to, all the videos from normal porn for normalpeople.com get deleted after a while. Okay, this was written by a guy called Cosby Def. Okay, and that is that. That's pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. But not very informative. Okay, we will see you next week for some more trolling, goaling, and absolute horror story moling. Yeah, try to rhyme too much there. Goodbye. Goodbye.